What's up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back. So I came across another clip that I'm going to share with you guys where this woman is saying having a soft girl lifestyle doesn't have to break the bank. I want to know your thoughts in the comments, but we're going to get into what she had to say and then I'll give my 2 cents. Let's get into it. Here we go.
Can we make living a normal life normal again? Like, everybody doesn't have or do luxury everything. Like, I can say I live a soft girl life and we are not rich, okay? Baby, we are far from it, all right? We are just not out here rolling in a luxury car. We do not have the biggest house, all right? And when I first started here, baby, I was in a hotel. Okay, so I'm very humbled when I speak. I'm not out here buying luxury bags. I don't care to keep up with the Joneses. We're not out on a vacation every freaking month or every other week. Baby, I come home. I come home. I don't even work. I be at home. I do laundry. I clean up the house. I cook for my men. And I take care of my kids. That's what I do. Okay?
Listen. What do you guys think about what she had to say? I definitely want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Listen, I agree with her. I think it's important for us to understand that living a normal life is not a problem, or it shouldn't be a problem. You know, most people are living normal lives anyway. You know, it's social media that has created this world for people to think that everybody is living this luxury lifestyle. And on top of it, that everybody should aspire to live this luxury lifestyle that they see on TikTok and Instagram and social media, without realizing that a lot of that is fake. A lot of that is not really these people's lives. It's a con to, you know, make you believe that you should aspire to have these things, which makes people try to strive to work themselves to the bone to try to create a lifestyle that most people can't even afford. Nor is everybody trying to afford it. There are lots of people who work and make decent money and they're able to purchase a home for their families, but still live a modest lifestyle. Yeah, they can take trips or vacations, but they have a specific vacation time. This idea that you should be jet setting and taking trips every month or so, or how often, you know, whenever you decide, and, you know, buying all these expensive bags and shoes, thousands of dollars, spending on one bag and all of this superficial stuff that does nothing but keep you broke, is not something people should be aspiring to do. And it's created a problem to most women are out here so focused on that, and they can't even sustain that type of lifestyle for themselves. So now they're looking for men to provide the superficial, expensive lifestyle on the behalf of them. They're looking for men to create this lifestyle that they can't even afford themselves. And so I think it's a problem, because this is something that a lot of young women think they should have, and it's really not the norm. It's really not. You could have a beautiful home and take care of yourself and look good, but like she said, it doesn't have to break the bank. It doesn't have to be something that just drains your bank account and take away all of the hard work or the money that you built for your family. You don't want to find yourself in debt trying to keep up with the Joneses. It just doesn't make any sense. And even in this economic times that we're in, people are still out here trying to push this idea that, oh, you shouldn't be accepting the bare minimum. This is what they're saying. You shouldn't accept the bare minimum. You should be expecting this. Why not? Well, you shouldn't be expecting anything that you can't provide for yourself. Why would any self-respecting hard worker want to spend all of their money on things that is not going to benefit them in the long run, the stuff that is not going to help your kids' future or your future? Why would any man of sense want to put themselves in that position? I don't think most men want to do it, and I think women just don't care. They just want it. You can't do it. Oh, well, let's see who can. You know what I'm saying? And it's a problem. So, you know, I think she's on to something, and I think it's important for people to understand. Look, the majority of this country we live in is not rich. The majority of people out here are working class. They have to work. Both the husband husbands and the wives, the men and the women. They both have to work. We're not in positions to where only one person can work anymore. You know, things are way more expensive than they used to be. And so now you need two incomes. You need both parties working just to take care of the household that you live in and the kids that you have. So this idea that one person could just sit back and pay everything, that is not the norm. That is not the norm for most people. And we like to talk about black people, but this is not just about black people. This is everybody. Everybody has to work to maintain their lives. So when you talk about superficial things and all this stuff that's extra. That's not even the basis for what you need. That's just stuff that you want. And if we gonna stick to what we need, you need to make sure the roof over your head is paid for. You need to make sure you have clothes on your back, your kids are fed, food in your tummy. You need to make sure you have the basics that you need. All of this other extra stuff is unnecessary. And we have so many people who are spending more on things they don't need than the things that they do need. And it's a problem. So I just think it's a reckless mindset. It's reckless behavior. And I think for most men who are looked to provide this superficial lifestyle, I think men are realizing, I don't want to do that. They don't want to be in a position to go broke on things that aren't necessary. So I just think, once again, the women who expect this from men, it's not something that you should be, looking to do, especially if you want a stable environment for your family. You want to raise a decent family and kids who understand life and what it takes to live life, then I just think that it's important that you build with someone who understands what's most important and not, spending money on crap that's not going to get you anywhere, And so once again, we talk about relationships and men and women building, but just on a singular level, even just as an individual, you should want to provide the best for you and your potential family. And that doesn't mean that you got to buy Louis Vuitton and Hermes and all of these expensive things. That's not what's important when it comes to taking care of your family and making sure that your children and your family has the best. The best doesn't mean superficial things. The best means that your children are being taught, that they're being taken care of, that they're being educated by you, the parents, that you're teaching them lessons and life lessons is how to be moral and good individuals, teaching them respect for themselves and others, teaching them how to be decent people, not about how to get to the bag and how to twerk and how to use people. No, you need to be teaching your kids things that's going to benefit them and teaching them how to be productive, good individuals, so that can translate into their lives and their future lives and families, and you build productive individuals. Let's normalize being normal. There's nothing wrong with that. This idea of all this superficial stuff, it's just a bunch of trash talk, and it's not necessary whatsoever. Living a normal life is what most people are doing anyway. People aren't jet setting and doing all this traveling like you think. Most people have jobs, they have to work, and they have to pay their bills and provide for their families on a daily basis. So listen, y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Chime in. I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.